the fire zones, hungry for change, raging through the streets. So the pain is to exchange. No brains, no fear, just a whole lot of attitude. We're the undead revolution here to set the mood. We're rolling deep, please help me strong.
Whoa! Welcome everybody to the Buffet Hour. We're back in here. This is our second ever episode. Hopefully our audio is a lot better than last time. I was coming in a little bit low, but I'm here joined. I am Dropkick Zombie. We have Jedi Master Fatass right here.
Howdy, y'all.
And once again, we have Mr. Ron the Entertainer here in the flesh.
Hey, what's good, man? This is Ron Entertainer, man, putting in that work and getting shit done. You feel me?
Alrighty, so what's everybody up to this week? How's everything going?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
dude.
My week has been shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really? Hard time at the office?
Hard time at the office, bro. My week has been fucking ass, bro.
Mine's
though.
Mine's been all right, just the normal stuff as when it comes to work. Well, first we're going to jump into, as far as video games, me and Mr. Fatass here were playing that game that just came out the other day called PalWorld. Check this out. This game is like crack, bro. Like, me and Jedi Master like freaking played this game. What was it, like 9 hours yesterday?
Oh, easily, yeah. I don't think we went one break maybe.
One break because I had to go get something to drink and had to eat a little bit. Man, I ain't played a game like that. I swear. Like, I used to do that all the time, play like 9 hours straight when I was a little kid, but I ain't done like that in probably years. But yeah,
this game gets your entertainment all in one, man.
Yeah, it's like everybody's saying, Pokemon with guns, bro. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, just it seems like busy work, but you always have a goal. Like, every few seconds, you want to accomplish something, and like it's the first time I ever see like you could take what looks like a Pokemon and butcher him to death. I don't know about you, but like I was feeling so bad. Like, you know, you just see this cute little monster and you go over there and just brutalize it with a bat. Like, and it's like, ah.
Yeah, it's all cutesy and everything, you know, typical Pokemon style cartoon, you know, and then here you're beating it with a bat.
God, it's so dark. And I just finally got started unlocking some guns yesterday and stuff. I can't wait to play it right now. Too bad I got to go to bed because I got work in the morning because I really want to play it like right now. Ron, bro, you got to get on this game with us, bro. I know it's not normally your cup of tea.
It looked like it might be kind of fun, man. I think is it for Xbox? Because if it is, I might check it out.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. It's addictive. It's like Pokemon with guns, but then there's like a survival. You could build a house. You could build a shelter. You could like build like your own little like town or whatever, and like enslave the little monster Pokemon things to like do your bidding and stuff. And you're like a slave driver on them. And like if one of them
each one of them does different tasks.
And if one of them's messing up, you could take them and butcher them and take their meat and cook it. Like, it's very dark. It looks all cutesy and stuff.
Minecraft.
It kind of has a Minecraft element to it. Like, I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. And I'm just now getting into these like survival base building games. I used to not be in it at all, but this one, it really got my attention. Like, I'm enjoying it. It just sucks right now because the servers, like, so many people are playing. Like, this game, it's quite impressive. Like, this game has more players than what was it, Starfield did when it came out?
On opening weekend, yeah.
Yeah, like, it is, like, I think I read yesterday, it's like number 6 of most popular games of all time on Steam. Like,
and
these guys...
early release, too, so it's only going to get better.
Yeah, and the guys behind this is like their first hit. They had another game out called like Craft World or something like that. I'm not sure, but everybody pretty much says it was a scam. But these guys, they struck oil with this one.
They basically took that system and then they added Pokemon to it, and that's PalWorld.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, if y'all are out there, please like check it out. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully, we see you guys out there shooting some Pokemon. But let's see, y'all ready to get into our first topic?
Let's do it.
Oh, this one I'm kind of bitter about. UFC 297 went down last night. Where should we start with this one, Ron?
Let's just start with let's just start with let's just go down the fights of the card. We'll just start with the first fight and just go up and see. Briefly talk about
Let's
what we
see.
thought about the fights, man.
Let me go ahead and look that up real quick. Give me a second. I should have been better prepared than this. I watched it last night, but I do not
while he's
remember.
doing that.
I can tell you the
$80 for a single night of entertainment is a bit crazy. Can I say that while he's looking that up?
It is a pretty hard pill to swallow.
The card wasn't the fucking co-main event ruined the entire card for me. Like that fight was so bad, it took away from the rest of the card, bro.
I mean,
but we'll get to that.
I don't know. Like, I think it was on purpose, though. I don't imagine Dana White likes Trudeau too much. He sends his most loudmouth star over there and then gives him a weak card. Like, I don't know. It seemed like it was purpose, but like to me though, like after watching it, that main event was worth every penny of it. That was a bona fide slugfest. It didn't go the way I wanted, but hey, I was entertained thoroughly the whole time. All right, let's see. First, we had, and I'm just going for like the main card. We have Arnold Allen versus Movsar Ilavi. I have no idea. I'm butchering that name. I know I am.
That guy's fucking good, bro. I've been following him for a while. He can fucking. He's another one of those. He's not from Dagestan. He's from English. I forgot the country name. It's like it borders. It borders Chechnya. So it's another one of those countries where all they fucking do is like wrestle and shit.
Yeah,
like,
they're over there wrestling. They're over there wrestling bear and shit. But
they grow up and like wrestle. And
I mean,
so he's another one, but he's undefeated. He's real good.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Like I didn't really pay attention to this fight so much because it was really early in the card, and I was too busy catching PALs and PalWorld. I'm gonna be honest with you. But from what I mean, it's cool, I guess. Like I know Arnold Allen. I've seen him fight before, but this other guy, he's kind of an unknown to me. I'll be honest. But
that guy, I've been following that guy for a while. He is really, really, really good. Like he might at some point in time he might win the belt. He's that good.
Really,
he's very well rounded. He's a really good wrestler.
Take me how did the fight? How was the fight? How did it? You know what I'm saying? Was it a banger or what? How did it go?
It was a fucking banger, bro. It was back and forth.
I see. It went to decision. It went to distance. That's pretty cool.
It went to decision, but it was a really fucking good, interesting fight, bro. It was the only controversial part of that fight was, and there was a time in the third round, Arnold Allen was landing some knees, but Musar's hand was down, and because that part of Canada uses the old rules, technically they would have been considered knees to a downed opponent because his whole hand wasn't even down, it was his fingers, and he was kind of sort of playing the game a little bit. Like he was considered down, but what Arnold Allen was doing was lifting him up. By the time the knee landed on his head, his hand wasn't down and he was up. Basically, he wasn't a down fighter because his fingers came off the mat. So technically, those knees should have been considered legal. But what happened was Mark Godfrey stopped the exchange and he gave Arnold Allen a warning because he interpreted what he was doing as being a down fighter. But technically, if they're going to play the game, it's okay. Per the rules, it's nothing wrong with lifting them up based on that rule set. Lift them up so their fingers are not touching the mat so that you can land a knee. There's no rule against that. So a lot of people are saying Mark Godfrey, kind of fucked that up. And basically, like, he was doing some real damage. Like, that could have actually led to a finish. So a lot of people are saying Arnold Allen should actually campaign for that fight to be ruled an NC or no contest because Mark Godfrey's mistake potentially costed him a potential finish, and ultimately he ended up losing that fight by decision.
Interesting.
Could have actually got a finish off of that, yeah. But other than that, man, that's a really good ass fucking fight. Arnold Allen's stock didn't really drop too much. I mean, it was a really back and forth, entertaining fight. He didn't get dominated. He put on a good showing. Like, he showed his skills in that fight. Like, the matchup pretty much displayed the full capabilities of their fighting style. So both those guys' stock kind of actually went up. It's one of those fights where both guys' stock kind of went up.
Yeah, there was really not a loser in the fight. I got you.
It wasn't a real loser, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of like our main event, I want to say.
Honestly, to me, that was the best fight on the card. Actually, to me, that fight right
Think
there,
so? I need to go back
and a big name.
I need to go back and watch it.
Watch that fight, bro. I'm telling you, go back and watch that fight. That was one of the few fights on the card to me that was as interesting as the main event, if not more.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one. Now we're gonna move on. Moving on to the next one, we got Chris Curtis versus Mark Andre. I don't know that last name. Baralta. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Marco Andre Baralt.
Yeah, something like that.
French name, so it's Barral.
I like Chris Curtis. I thought he did a great job. They kind of respected each other a little much. They didn't bang like they wanted to till right at the very end. And then Chris Curtis kind of pulled it off at the end. But I mean, more power to him. I like Chris Curtis. He's Sean's best friend. He seems like a really swell guy. So what I love about it is I think it was during the press conference or an interview after the fight. He pretty much said, I'm just here to fight. I just like to fight. He goes, I know I'm never going to be champion. He goes, I know, I'm not going to be a big star or whatever. He goes, I'm just here to do my job and fight and have some good fights and put on some good fights. He says, my best friend's the champion.
Sean for the title.
What's that?
He said he'd fight Sean for the belt.
Oh, yeah, he would. But he pretty much, he literally said that he goes, he goes, I know I'm probably not going to be the champion or whatnot, but he goes, my best friend's a champion. He goes, that's good enough for me. We train together. It just seems like a swell guy. He's just there to fight and put on a show for people, and you got to respect that.
Here's one thing about the fight. What do you think about the crowd during the fight? Because you had the crowd not being restless and booing. I thought that was a
that the crowd.
They wouldn't get no cheers, and I'm like, bro.
And then he apologized. He kind of low key apologized. Not really apologized. He
wasn't. No, he was joking. That wasn't a real apology. He was being.
Oh, really? Okay, I may have missed something because.
No, my favorite part of the fight is after the fight was over. He looks at the camera and he says, "What more do you?"
Oh yeah, I did see that. I totally forgot.
It had me fucking rolling, bro. Because I agree with him. Like, bro, that was a good fucking.
It's kind of are you not entertained?
You know what it was? It wasn't really a back and forth. Every exchange was pretty even. One guy got a counter, and the other guy got a counter, and it was pretty much. It wasn't a lot of change being affected in that fight.
Well, a lot of times you have that if it's not hardcore fans or whatnot. More of your novice fans, they kind of don't understand. They're not as
people, fans that don't really understand what's going on. The thing that they usually can't understand is when change is being affected in the fight. If somebody gets a knockdown or somebody gets
I used to be one of those guys. Oh, I hate when they go to the mat. Now I'm so enthralled when they go to the mat because I like the grappling exchanges. See, okay, he needs to go under here. He needs to. I enjoy the hell out of that. It's it's a rush for me, but I know a lot of people don't feel that way, but it entertains me because I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, but in that fight, I will say there weren't a lot of big moments. There wasn't a lot of huge moments, but for what we got, I thought it was a really good, active, entertaining fight. So I thought the crowd was on some bullshit in that fight, man. If you would have saw that fight, crowd, it would have been perceived a lot better if the crowd were better for that fight. I think. If you would have watched that fight with a different crowd that was cheering louder.
They were Canadian. Okay, that may have been. Take it for what you want. So we're gonna move on here. Oh, you got more to say? Put a little bow on it.
No, I got one more thing. I just thought it was funny. After the fight, Chris Curtis was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't. I'm sorry nobody died.
Yeah, nobody
Maybe
died.
next time somebody's gonna die.
I did hear that. That was funny.
Yeah, that shit was funny as fuck, bro. Shout out to Chris Curtis, man. I fuck with that dude. Man.
I like that dude a lot too. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving right. This was a feel good moment. This match right here. It was Mike Malott versus Neil Magny. Boy, my boy Neil Magny pulled it. That old veteran, crafty veteran, pulled it off at the end, bruh. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. Oh boy, thought he had that. Yeah, oh boy, thought he had that fight won, son. And he won. Yeah, he had it. He had it won. But like he slacked off, and he made that old veteran snuck up on him, bruh. Took him down and pounded him, bruh. Yeah.
He gassed completely out. That's all it was. Like I've been in that situation in wrestling, bro. Like once you gas, like it's people. Like a lot of people got mad at him. Like, bro, how come he couldn't hold on? And just, like, bro, once you gas out, like that's it, bro. There's no.
Just like the great Chills. So just like the great Chills said, he said like it was something that I was kind of like, I thought it was cool that he said it. Like it kind of like blew my mind. It's like fighters when they get into the octagon, they're not worried about, oh, this guy hits hard. They're not worried about, oh, this guy's faster than me, stronger than me. They're worried about, is this guy after 4 rounds going to be the same? You know what I'm saying? Am I still going to be the same guy in the first round?
Yeah.
That's their biggest fear, is their gas tank. And it does make a lot of sense. But I mean, when it comes to Neil Magny, that was a feel-good moment. Like, I'm glad he got the win. Not trying to put the little guy down. Like, he's trying to make his name for himself. More power to him. I hope he, gets back on the winning wagon. But it couldn't have happened to a better guy. After that whole thing with Ian Gary and stuff, he kind of needed a little leg up,
Yeah, I think, man.
He needed a feel-good moment.
I don't think Ryan Malott, what's his name? I know his last name is Malott. What's his first name?
Let's see.
I think I just fucking forgot.
Mike.
It was Mike Malott. Yeah, like I said, this is my first time seeing him fight. Man, I was really impressed with his performance, even though it didn't.
He did a good performance.
I don't think he should go away from that fight, with his head down. I thought he looked really good. He dominated 2.5 rounds of that
all
fight,
that's
man.
All that.
If he would have just finished better, if he would have just finished a little bit better, that decision would have been in the bag for him. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't end. He just blew his wide and just gassed out. Really,
it's going to be a learning experience.
He should feel good about where he is because Neil Magny's a good fucking fighter, bro. He's no slouch. Like Neil Magny, and to do what he did to Neil Magny over the course of that fight, to me, I'm impressed with him. Even though he lost, I'm still impressed with how he looked in that fight.
It's going to be.
He just needs to get his,
He needs to chalk that up to a learning experience. That's all it's going to be. He got time, bro.
He got time.
But
he's 32. He's 32, but he's not really long in it too. I mean, it's only his 12th fight. So
yeah, but big up to Neil Magny, man. That was good to see him win, bro. That was a feel good moment. I think that was my feel good moment of this pay-per-view. Moving right along, we got Raquel Pennington versus Maya Buena Silva. I'm not gonna lie to you. I started watching this fight, then I really tuned into my game during this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry. And it ain't nothing like, oh, you don't like watching the women fight. Nah, it just I don't know. It just didn't catch my interest from the beginning, man.
You don't like women's MMA.
No, it ain't. Okay, yes, I'm a misogynistic pig. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever. But I tell you what, these women. No, I'm joking. But
this fight was so horrible, bro.
But let me just tell you, some of the greatest fights I've seen were 2 women, though. I'll say that. I've seen some of the most knockout, drag-out fights I've ever seen were between 2 women in that octagon.
Man, like if this was the first women's fight you've ever watched, bro, they would never watch it in women's MMA again. Ever.
Yeah,
I didn't have a little small.
I didn't have any interest going into it, bro. Like I don't know.
I knew it was going to be bad, and I made the mistake of convincing myself that it was going to be somewhat good. It would be entertaining, and it would end in the finish. And I fucking regret doing that. Bro.
I think I watched like half the first round, then I just started playing my game. Then I looked back and it was over, and I was like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, this shit was a waste of 20. I mean, And all due respect to Raquel Pennington, like real talk, like she's put her time in.
Yeah, I want to see her in. I want to see her in Juliana. That's who she was supposed to fight, I believe, was Juliana
Bro,
Pena.
I don't want to see her fight. I want her to retire. I don't want to see her fight again. Like I'm like in all due respect to her, she's a game fighter. But like, bro, like she had the frustrating thing for me about this fight is that she had so many opportunities to get the finish, and because of dumb ass fight IQ, it didn't happen. Like there were so many opportunities for there to be a finish in this fight, but fight IQ, like the lack of thereof, is what really stopped this from being, a fight that made any type of sense. Like you had Raquel Pennington was piecing her up on the feet, where like was piecing her up with the boxing, and then like her, Silva's legs would get wobbly, and she would start losing consciousness, and then fucking Raquel just goes to the clinch. Fuck are you doing? Even our coaches are telling dude, separate from her and keep striking. You're winning that battle.
For what I'm hearing, Pennington, like they said at the press conference, what Dana even said, like one thing he hates about Pennington, she never listens to her corner. So,
bro, she didn't, bro. She there was 4 moments where she's piecing her up on her feet. She's landing combinations. If she would have just kept her distance and stayed right there at that very moment, she probably could have got a TKO out of that. No, she clinches up. Then with Silva being the better grappler, gets her and takes her back, right? But the thing is, like, every time Silva couldn't finish because after 2 rounds, she was gassed out. She was done. So she was so much better than Pennington that even while gassed, she'd still get to better positions. But she couldn't really finish because she just didn't have nothing left in the tank, right? So then towards the end of the fight, Pennington has Bueno Silva in a fucking arm triangle choke in full mount. And all she has to do is turn to the side so she can get more torque on the arm triangle, and that would have been over. And she didn't. She sat there in mount for like 2.5 minutes and tried to just muscle the fucking arm triangle to get her to tap. I'm like, what the fuck? For everybody, the commentary team, Daniel Cormier, everybody was like, bro, just fucking move to the side. Like, I was in a Discord chat watching this fight.
Probably screaming.
Bro, everybody in the chat was like, go to the side. To the
Dang.
side. And she just sat there in mount trying to fucking finish her. I'm like, oh my fucking God. This was a dumbass fight, bro. This was retarded.
So I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right, now.
You did not miss, bro, I don't blame see this fight, bro. I'm jealous that you played that game. Like watching this fight, you can't tell me, like, this was a regional level event, just skill wise. And it's crazy how much experience has that she made those type of like boneheaded mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Pennington, like, I don't really get excited. Like the fact that this is a championship level fight, like, this is the best that the division has to offer, is just, it gives me a really bleak future for the bantamweight division. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
it was not like, it was just thing with, like, if I'm Ronda, bro, like Ronda, like this fight makes me miss Ronda, bro.
Really?
I know a lot of people hate Ronda Rousey. Dude, I'm like, dude, Ronda, please come back. Please save bantamweight, bro. Please. Like, Ronda comes back right now, and if she wants to come back right now, she could, and she'd hold the belt instantly right now, bro. Like, she's still that much better. Like,
well, they're
gone for 6 years now.
There was a rumor for 300, but I don't think so.
Man, Dana needs to call Ronda right now. Like,
that's what I'm wanting. I'm wanting to see what's going to happen in 300. They got to have a banger. I just don't see.
Bro, I want Dana. Dude, Dana's calling Ronda right now on the phone, and he's like,
I know they offered. I've heard they offered John Jones to be on the card. There was talks about Nurmagomedov, but that ain't apparently. Then there was talks about Nate Diaz versus Masvidal coming back, and Nate Diaz coming back. So
yeah, I don't know about 300,
but that's
regarding the division.
That's a whole nother.
Just regarding the bantamweight, I know Dana's on the phone with Ronda right now.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get on that 300 thing.
How much money would it take for you to come back and just fucking be the champion of this division? Like, how much? he's begging Ronda right now, bro. Like, 'cause the Nunes is done. I think Holmes done.
I'm just ready to see
You know
what's
what
gonna
I'm saying?
happen.
I think I want to see Ronda come back, bro. I am rooting for. I'm
Well,
leaning
she
for
is
Ronda to come back.
she
Save the division, bro.
she is out of her WWE contract, so it is a possibility. So
It's a possibility. Either that or I think Chef Shaker can move up. Like, dude, you can't tell me these fighters that just fought, bro. Like, somebody come and save this division, bro. Like MMA, like really, women's MMA it's just this huge talent drop off once you go up past 125. You know what I'm saying? 115, 125 is lit, man, but 135 is just completely dead, bro.
well,
You know?
we're gonna move. Let's move right along to the meat and potatoes, that
Yeah.
main event. All right, so when it comes to DDP and Strickland, I don't know, bro. Like, Ron, dude, I watched the fight again today, and I'm even more convinced that Strickland won that fight, bro.
I have to. I mean, watching it.
I'll watch it again.
I'm biased as hell. And scored it for Strickland, but even during the fight,
last night,
I can see how Dickinson won, man.
Last night I watched it and like I was like, yeah, I can see how Drake is. But after watching it again, because I watched Jesse on Fire and he was like, watch it again. And I went and watched it again today, and I was like, dang, he's right. Like I was like, I feel even more validated that freaking Strickland won this fight. Even on the cards, on the scorecards, it showed he won. Now, those takedowns, I believe, is what really helped out DDP.
Yeah, the takedowns, man.
But
yeah, Sean is Jesse's boy, man. yeah.
I mean,
know he fucking thought Strickland won.
I seriously did. Like last night, I like afterwards, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I think Strickland won, but this could go either way, and it may go to DDP. But afterwards, I was just like, all right. But then today, after rewatching it again, like I said, I'm gonna reiterate that I really do think. I don't think it was a downright robbery, but I do.
That fight was not a robbery.
It
bro.
was not a robbery. It
I
don't
think-
fall into that category, but I think Strickland won that, bro. I do think he did.
I think DDP's performance warrants him victory. You know, I think.
Maybe so.
I scored that fight. I scored it for Strickland. I think I scored either 2 or 3.
But I
definitely gave him the one.
And-
I gave him the first. And I gave him the 5th.
And I mean, hey, but I tell you what, at the end of the day, like that was a knockout. Them dudes, like they to the death. They went to the like they slugged they slugged it out. That was a very exhilarating 25 minutes. That was a hell of a fight. They deserve the fight of the night reward to me. I mean, not saying anything about that first fight of the main card that we talked about with Arnold Allen, but this one, I really do believe they were right for getting the fight of the night. It was awesome. I just really love the world where Sean Strickland is the champ. I love that world. Like he's the guy he's the hero we need. Yeah, he's the hero we need.
Yeah, I was super rooting for him. But you know what, man? Fuck Sean Strickland, man. Because he pissed me off, bro. He pissed me off because fucking when I bet towards Izzy, when I wanted Izzy, when I had Izzy winning that fight, he beats Izzy, and then when I want him to win against Dricus Duplessis, he fucking loses, bro. So fuck that dude, bro. He keeps letting me down. When I go against him, he beats my guy, and then when I root for him, he loses, man. What's up with that, bro?
I mean, he can't get beat. He can't get beat by a guy, that's his dog or what. Not okay. Never mind. But okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But no offense. But so I mean, I don't know. Like I'm kind of disappointed. That's my guy, bro.
I think he should have did a little bit more. Honestly, I think
maybe so.
He needs an offensive weapon. Like he's really, really good defensively. Like he took some shots, but he didn't really take any real true damage.
I mean,
he had one
bruh,
shot.
did you see Dracus's face after it was over?
Yeah, but most of the shots that did that to him was like really mostly in the first and second round. I mean, the rest of the fight, he was doing some good work. Honestly, I thought he was doing
I
some
have to
good
watch.
work.
I think he won that fight, bro. I'm just being
Like,
honest.
it's
It could have went
think-
either way. It wasn't a robbery, a bona fide robbery, but I do think.
You know what I think it is? Drake is it's just his fighting style. Like, he has that style.
Oh, he's weird as hell.
It's hard.
He's weird
it's hard
as
to see
hell.
how. It's, like, if you're gonna fight, if you were a fighter and you're gonna fight Drake,
That dude threw
and
like
you got to fight.
that dude threw like 6 spinning back fists that whole fight. He threw like 6. I never
Yeah,
seen somebody throw that many spinning back fists.
Yeah, none of them landed. Like, if you.
Oh no! One landed. One landed hard. I don't know if you saw that.
I mean, like if you were a fighter and you want to fight him and you saw how he fought, you'd be like, man, this motherfucker.
He's
bro.
weird.
I'm gonna run through this guy, and
then
you go
there's.
against him.
I don't know if you heard
know?
about this, but there's also talk that there was a headbutt in the fight. That's what caused Sean's eye to start bleeding was a headbutt. I didn't see it, but some people are saying it, so I don't know.
Oh, they were clashing. They were clashing a lot. So yeah, there was.
It
there
could
was
be.
Headbutt.
It could be. But so let's get. So what do y'all think about? Like, okay, let's go ahead and talk about that. What about this reporter trying to like get Sean Strickland silenced? What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, that's that bullshit, bro.
Okay,
That's that SJW fucking.
I want to preface this. Okay, it's not.
Speech, bro.
What people are thinking, it's not about the opinion. Anybody can have any opinion that they want. Okay, nobody's mad at that. You can believe whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But for you to like say like, oh, Disney needs to step in and shut him up, and Dana needs to tell him to be quiet and stuff like that, dude can say whatever he wants to say, just like you can. That's where people have a problem. That's what people are not realizing. People are saying, oh, he's mad because they don't agree with. No, it's just like people are mad because they don't agree with Sean. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure I don't agree with half the stuff that Sean says. But
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
agree
still.
with about 70%. Of what
I
he
mean, it's still his right to say it, and people want to go after the advertisers. Oh, we need a statement today. Like, who's that liberal tard or whatever?
Yeah, damn lab retard.
Yeah, that dude, bro. Like, bro, he looks like he would freaking drop his girlfriend off at her husband's house or something, or drop his wife off at his girlfriend's house. That dude. He was like, how could you say this? What are we doing here? This is disgusting. He has a t-shirt that says women should be in the kitchen and everybody should have a gun or something like that. What are we doing here? It's like, bruh, oh.
Yeah, I mean he's a cuck, man. I mean I don't have a problem with people. If you want to talk shit about Sean,
Yeah, go ahead. And then I was a little annoyed by his statements, but at the same time, like I was like, hey, he could say them. But when he starts like, oh, Disney needs to step in, Dana needs to step in, and tell this guy he can't say that. He can't say that. That's hurtful to people. Words are dangerous. It's like, bro, grow a backbone.
Well, the thing is, people don't really understand how dangerous that type of mentality is. When you just ask people to be silenced, like you don't understand. You don't understand what they're asking for when they request that kind of thing, bro.
All right,
it's like
let me bring. Like, he's been quiet over here, Jedi Master. What is your take on this? You've been quiet. I know we're all in the MMA stuff, but this is more your forte. What do you think, man?
Well, it's all about free speech. We're a country of free speech. So when you start talking about you can't let him say this, you can't let them say that, it doesn't matter if it's MMA, if it doesn't matter if it's Disney, it doesn't matter who it is. You can't force people to say or not to say what they have the right to say. It may be terrible crap.
There's a thing like
as long as it's not violent and dangerous, they have the right to say it.
They say it's hate speech, but it's just speech that you don't like, is all it is. Okay,
and great for Dana White for standing up for him.
That was good.
He did for that. That's great.
Yeah, that was good. He shut that reporter down real quick.
It was the same guy that went after.
Oh, was it?
It was funny. It was the same guy. It was the exact same.
And then you got old Ariel Hawani. Man, he didn't deserve that. That reporter didn't deserve that. It's like, bruh, he got what he got. He should have known better than to go up there and ask Sean Strickland that. He should have known that was going to happen to him.
That's not a real reporter.
Bro, the reporter asked him about something that he wrote on social media 2 fucking years ago. That's what a lot of people that support the guy are missing. Like,
I
talk about the
guarantee
fight,
you,
bro.
whoever that reporter is, I can promise you, he does not give two craps about freaking MMA. I can promise. That dude went there just for that, just to ask that one question. I promise you, just to get a click or just to write something about it for clicks and views. That's all that was. That dude was fishing.
Yeah, he definitely was fishing. I mean, just the question that he asked was irrelevant. Like, imagine getting ready to fight, and then somebody asks you, "Yeah, so what do you think about LGBT? Like, what does this have to do with Drake? Ain't gay. Sean's not gay. What does that have to do with the fight? You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to. That's not related to the
At
fight
the
at
end
all.
of the day, though, I bet that dude's feelings was hurt, bro. I bet he couldn't look himself in the mirror after he left. Oh, I would have probably went cried in the car, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I would probably went cried in the car. I would have been so demasculated. Oh, bro, he went vicious. He went in on that dude. Rightfully so, but he went in on him. That dude. There's no way he didn't come out of there and like he probably. Oh man.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but that's probably what he did. You
Yeah,
know, he probably.
I would have did it. I would have did it. That my feelings would have been hurt, son.
Well, yeah, but this is what we have to do to reporters who pull this crap. If you're gonna
Shut 'em
if you're
down.
gonna
Just
not
shut
be a
'em
real
down.
Reporter, don't claim to be press.
Shut him down. Shut him down. It's so
Every time.
annoying. Like, there's a time and place for that. If he
Well,
wanted,
no. I'm pro free speech, bro. Like, let him. If you want to ask that question, let him, and then shit to him. And
but I'm saying it maybe would
know?
have been a lot better for the guy as far as let him ask it, whatever. He got what he got, but I think it would have came off a lot better to people if he would have maybe caught Sean in the hallway and asked him that, or on record or something, one-on-one rather than trying to get a gotcha moment in front of everybody.
No, fuck that. What happened was what was supposed to happen. He asked that.
No! I'm glad it happened. I'm just talking about from the guy's stand of view. I'm just talking about the guy's standpoint of view. I'm glad that happened.
Dude, fuck his best interest, bro. I'm just talking about what happened was supposed to happen, bro. He asked that question and just got obliterated by the fan base and by Sean Strickland.
Well,
and that's the way that's supposed to go. You know,
play stupid games, get stupid prizes. That's what that is.
But again, he has the right. That I'm free speech, bro. If you want to ask about
go ahead
or whatever, go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying I wouldn't have done that. I would have maybe if I had that mindset, I would have waited till I was away from everyone. But okay, if I was so vehemently on asking that question. But I mean,
he's an SJW. He doesn't think his problems are everybody else's problems. You know?
I guess so. But yeah, I mean, hey, it made the news. It made things interesting for a while. Now, it would have been a hell of a lot better if Strickland would have won, bro. God, it would have made a way. I needed him to win last night just on that freaking principle right there. But it's not the world we live in, so I'm hoping my boy gets back up there to the title contendership.
I don't think he will. I'm just going to put that out there. But
I'm rooting for him.
I tell you what, if the UFC gets behind him and gives him favorable matchups, he can get back to the title. But
how can they not? The dude's the biggest star. There's comparisons with him and Conor now. Ian Gary talking about he wants to be the new Conor. This guy, there's comparisons, bro.
New Conor.
He's getting there, dude. He's at this rate, he's getting there. People love this guy because they identify with him. He is the freaking blue-collar working man's champion, the trailer trash champion, the all-American trailer trash blue-collar bricklaying champion in Sean Strickland. He's you know what I'm saying? People can get behind that.
I mean,
people can identify with him.
He's popular with the MMA audience and, some part of the general audience. But yeah, Conor, I don't know if he'll get big as Conor, but, we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm hoping. All right. Speaking of, you said that you don't think that's going to happen. Here's something else that you don't think is going to happen. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I forgot to clear this one. And here we go. And you think this is going to happen? My boy's coming back, bro. Conor's coming back. There's no way he's not. I'm telling you, International Fight Week, he's fighting. I'm telling you, he's coming back, bro. There's no way he's not. That dude's not going to let it go. He's going to try at least one more time. I'm telling you.
I don't know if he's going to do Conor. I don't know if he'll get big as Conor, but, he's popular with the MMA audience and, some part of the general audience. But yeah, Conor, I think he'll get big as Conor, but, we'll see what happens.
All right. Speaking of, you said that you don't think that's going to happen. Here's something else that you don't think is going to happen.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, Well, yeah. So the news is that he's supposed to come back at 300 against Michael Chandler.
I'm here.
185.
Okay. I hear 300's not happening. I'm hearing it's International Fight Week. I don't think it's going to be 300. He's coming back,
He's
bro.
not coming.
He's coming back. I think he's got one more in the
why
tank. Because I know the mindset. He's coming back, dude. There ain't no way he's not. Ain't no way after those last two. There ain't no way he's not gonna come try. Just seeing how this guy is, he's gonna try to get in there. He's gonna be hard headed, and he's gonna try to go in there and fight again. And I guarantee you, it's gonna be him and Chandler,
bro.
International Fight Week.
Let's get Chris's opinion on this. Because all right, here's the situation. Right, Conor in his last fight suffered a compound fracture in his lower foot, in his lower shin and foot area, right, for a year and a half. At the same time as that happening, or roughly before, he started another company called Proper 12, right, which has since grown tremendously. And I think he sold the company. The company sold for $500 million.
But he has an Irish stout that he's building now. He has like a beer, a stout now.
But hold on, let me rock for a second.
Okay.
The company sold for $500 million, right? So he probably had a 25% cut of that. So he's worth about well over $100 million now. There's no fucking chance he's fighting, bro. They're not gonna pay him anywhere close to that.
I'm telling you.
Why the fuck would you come back off of an injured foot?
Because his pride's on the line, bro, and he's hard headed. I guarantee he's gonna try again.
Yeah, I don't know enough about his personality to know how he would treat it, but I can think as a fighter going out that way.
I guarantee, maybe not after that, but we're gonna see him one more time. Sorry, Chris. I mean, Jedi Master.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he'll come back at least once. I think the question is whether you expect to see him more than once. I don't think so. But I think having come back,
I think he got one more.
Show that he's still got it in him. I think that's within his ego. Sure.
I think you're doing yourself an emotional disservice by just
okay, but if he comes back, I need you to come up on this platform and say, "Dropkick Zombie."
If Conor
you were right.
I'll eat crow. All right, I'll eat crow if he comes back.
All right, you got to be like,
it ain't gonna happen, bro. Like, you just accept.
You gotta refer to me as Big King Dingaling for a whole podcast.
Fuck that shit, bro. I'm not doing that. But listen, we'll figure out something, but it's just not gonna happen. Like, you might as well accept it. Just accept it.
I mean, why won't you take the bet then? If you're that sure of yourself, why don't you take the bet?
Because I'm not doing that, bro. It got to be something we both willing to do. I'm not about to fucking sit up and call you Big King Dingaling for a whole podcast, bro. Like, it's not happening.
All right, let's see. We got Jedi. What's something good here? Let's put a little wager. Let's see.
Well, I'm fine with him doing that, but what happens if it's the other way around?
I'll call him whatever he wants. I'll call him King or whatever.
Just don't call me that, bro. Like, let's not.
I'm not saying to call you that. You can pick the name you want. I don't care.
Yeah. Call me Lord Master. That's what you call me.
All right, fair enough. Okay, how about this? Okay. If Conor comes back, all right, you got to call me Master for a whole podcast. Vice versa if he doesn't come back.
All right, if he
just bringing that up.
I was just thinking that.
What's that?
Yeah, it's like the worst. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's pretty racist,
out, bro.
Oh, we didn't even think about that. Ooh, yeah. Never mind. Now we gotta think of something else. No, that's not cool. Let's see. How about I don't like when people call each other king and queen. That's terrible. What's something good? Let's see.
We'll figure something out, bro.
We'll figure. Okay, you gotta whatever it is. Okay.
What if we have people who are watching this send us comments on what they would like them to be called.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, good idea. All right, so if by, I'm gonna put this out there. If by when is International Fight Week? I forgot.
Like July.
Okay, if by the end of July Connor does not come back, all right, or if he does come back, y'all put what we got to call each other. If our section of the bet wins or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like if he comes back, you gotta y'all give me some suggestions on what I should ask Ron to call me, and if he doesn't come back, give us some suggestions on what I should call Ron for a whole length of a podcast. There, we're putting that out there.
Please be creative.
Be creative. All right, so are we done with this one or what? Y'all ready to get into the serious stuff? My boy's coming back, man. He's coming back.
Yeah, you keep believing that, bro.
He's coming back. All right. I know on our last episode we had some developments come up. Our last episode we had a little discussion about Operation Lone Star, and there's been some major updates with it. We're gonna allow Jedi Master to kind of take it away with this one. This is his expertise here. Take it away, brother.
So last time we talked about how Texas has launched Operation Lone Star, and it's been going for a while now. And then they've been fighting the federal government on the buoys and the wall and all things like that.
On the boobies.
The buoys, the things in the river.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But what's the newest development is, of course, they've taken a park, and now they started to arrest migrants. Currently for, I believe it's criminal trespassing, I believe, is what they're using right now. So these migrants are going to jail. These are independent men and women. So families and females with children are not being arrested. They're being handed over to Border Patrol. But if independent men and women are being arrested for criminal trespass, and they're trying to work on a new law that will actually allow officers in Texas to arrest for being illegal immigrants. But for right now, criminal trespass of public property and private property is what they're working with. The issue is the federal government, the Biden administration in particular, has already been talking about they're going to arrest the Texas officers. That would be a very bad thing to happen.
That's very Civil War like. I hope that doesn't.
Definitely could be.
I don't want. That's the last thing I want to happen. I love my country as a whole. I don't want to see. No, we don't need that again. I wasn't alive for the first one. I don't want to be alive for the second one. So
the most likely scenario, of course, is that some cooler heads are going to prevail this week, and they're going to use the typical lawfare approach. And we'll see the DOJ come after the state of Texas pretty heavily on this. The question is, does Biden get involved? Does he push for more? With him being senile, maybe, I don't know.
The way I feel, like we said it last, I will speak for somebody. I don't have a problem with immigration, but this is getting ridiculous. It's just mass influx, and we had that discussion at length on the last episode. But it just needs to be done right, and it's getting bad out there, And
you can't fix it until you stop it.
Yeah,
I think everybody agrees that it's broken, but you can't just say, "Oh, it's broken, so we're not going to do anything about it." So then somebody tries to do something about it, and what happens? The DOJ throws everything they have at the book with them. I mean, it's just they're going to throw so many lawyers at this. Who knows what's going to happen? But it might be a year down the line before we get a resolution.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we get something going on. Like I said, I'm not as versed in this as you are, even though I probably should be more. My father's an immigrant. He's a U.S. citizen now. But we got to get our borders secure, man. We don't know who's coming in here. Just like I said last time.
I think a factor I think a fact that we haven't really brought in is there's a third party involved in all of this. And so far, they haven't done anything. But if this continues for a significant amount of time, the cartel's not going to sit back and let millions and billions of dollars just get left on the side of the Rio Grande. They're going to do something, and what are they going to do? Is this going to be a three-way fight? The federal government, the government of the state of Texas, and the cartels? I mean, how could that go out? And who wins?
I don't want to see it. I'll tell you that much. I don't want to know.
I can tell you right now, nobody wins in that situation.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Ron?
It's fucking crazy, man. It's some cuck shit, bro. It's some cuck into fucking immigration, bro. It's crazy.
If I don't want to see like people from the same country arresting each other for doing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's despicable. If we wouldn't have this problem if the federal government would act right.
Well, they just got to enforce the laws in the books.
And I don't. What's the whole point behind it? Like, just let these people come over, no paperwork, no nothing, giving them a care package, putting them in schools and hotels. You know what I'm saying? What did people? Oh, I know exactly. I was talking myself into a corner. I know exactly what it comes down to. You know what it is. Go ahead and speak on it.
It's congressional seats.
Exactly.
It's votes. These people might not be voting, but their kids certainly will.
Mm-hmm.
And they definitely represent a voting bloc. Even if they don't have a chance to vote, they get a congressional seat if you get enough of them. I mean, think of it. They've already added 8 million of them. That's an entire large city worth. Multiple congressional districts.
It's insane. Like I said,
that's what's come to the country in the past 3 years.
Well, I mean, hopefully at some point we get a solution for all this. I don't want to see no civil war. I don't think it's going to come to that. I seriously doubt it. But I hope people start cooperating soon. Like I said, we here, we don't have nothing against, the Hispanic people. My dad's Hispanic. It's just, you got to do things right. Like, we're the only country that are just like letting people in a mass influx like this. And it's countries have borders and they have border protection for a reason. Okay. You've got to enforce those laws. You don't know who's coming into your country.
I love the excuse of when they say, well, what about Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty? It says on there, bring us you're hungry, you're poor, you're, all that. But the fact is you went there and you were processed there and they're just coming over the river or anywhere they can. So even if you want to go,
and I don't blame them for wanting to be here.
Processing point.
I don't blame them at all for wanting to be here.
Oh, I don't either.
I'd be doing the same thing.
You do is enter this country illegally. That's not the people we want.
Yeah, there's that argument also. But moving on. Well, how about this specimen here? This lovely lady. We can always do what her idea would be if she gets in office. Let's see. Just send the army down there and just shoot them all up.
Just nuke them all.
Just nuke them all, boy. Boy, she is something else. She is something else.
I think within the first week of her office, we would be at war with Mexico, Iran, the Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah, North Korea.
We'll be fighting on every front, son.
If that happens, I'm out of here, bro.
Where would you go? She's going to be blowing up everything.
She doesn't even try to argue against it. She's not even, every time they question her, she's like, well, I mean, what I want to know is,
fucking, if she gets elected, I'm going to Switzerland, bro. That's where I'm going.
What I want to know, where has she invested to be this much into war? She has to have some money tied up in war. She has that military-industrial complex. She is so war hungry, and she doesn't even argue against it. She is like, first thing she says, they're like, oh, we're going to send our troops to Mexico. We're going to send our troops to Ukraine. We're going to send our troops to the Middle East again. We're going to bomb these. I'm like, man, we're going to mobilize boots on the ground. I'm like, bro, dude, like, people think
It amazes me. It amazes me that
people
they
don't hear
accuse
this.
Trump of being a fascist. This is the closest to a fascist that we've got.
Like this lady literally
Yeah,
scares me.
The war is the last thing we need right now, bro.
Heck no.
She is the hawkest of hawkists.
Oh man, I hope she doesn't get in office. Woo. I'm not gonna say I'd rather Biden, but oh man.
It's down to her.
Hey, fuck, I would rather Biden. Shit, fuck that, man. I'm not trying to go to no fucking war.
Yeah.
That's a military draft.
I mean, I will say this.
now.
I will say
That's a
this.
military draft talk shit.
I like most of her targets now. I like most of her targets. It's just we don't need it. We don't need to hit those targets. If you get what I'm saying. But
Well,
yeah,
it's the fact that hitting those targets isn't going to solve the problem. And it's going to cost a lot of money and a lot of American lives in the process.
and a lot of
So therefore
resources.
not worth it. I've always been in the impression that not a single one of their lives is worth one American. So why go?
That's a good way to put it. I like that.
I mean, I'm sorry for all of their problems, but I don't give a shit because it's not worth American lives.
Yeah, exactly, bro. They need to fix that shit, bro. They're giving us.
Yeah, and even if we win, what do we get out of it? We have to fix it. And how much? What does that cost? That costs us money, and we don't have it.
We
So
sure don't.
why get involved? Let them fix their own problems, or let China get involved in that crap for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. This lady, I can't believe that. Like she got more votes than Vivek at that caucus.
Vivek was going for the same pool of people that DeSantis and Trump have. Nikki Haley is the never Trumpers and the establishment people. Those are people that don't like Trump or Vivek.
But I guarantee they voted for Bush.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She represents the Bush Republicans.
Yeah, we don't need that again. I just don't want to see us in war, and I think this lady would lead us straight to war. My also thing is, I saw that old DeSantis suspended his election, his candidacy.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah,
he
Santa's
dropped
out
out.
of there.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be between Trump, DeSantis, and Vivek, or Vivek and Trump, or DeSantis and Trump. Anything to keep this lady out of there.
Well,
But
she
yeah,
just
not-
won't leave.
Yeah,
She's
she's
just a
hard
cancer
headed.
that'll never go away.
Oh man. But well, I don't know.
It's gonna be Trump Biden, bro.
Oh well, yeah. At the end of the
Not
day,
good.
we all know that. But
Yeah.
if something weird happens, I hope it
Democrats
ain't
get their
her.
way, it'll be Trump going from prison.
Yeah. So there's that threat of that right there. So I hope this lady. Oh man. And believe it or not, I guarantee you that some of those people on that side are secretly rooting for her because that's the people that also have their money tied up in the military-industrial complex. Low key.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. There have already been money trails traced back to Democrats for her. They're
Really?
stumping for her. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So it'll be a win-win for them.
Yeah, absolutely. She represents the status quo, and for that's just a Democratic plan all the way. I mean, look at McConnell. Look at all this crap they're doing with the continuing resolutions, no new budgets, all this. That's what the Democrats want more than anything. That's what the Republican Party wants more than anything. It's the Trump MAGA Party that wants change.
Oh, no. That's the people that are horrible, racist. No, they're racist. They're horrible. They're disgusting. They don't like the gays. They don't like anybody that didn't have a white skin color. They're bigoted. Pieces of crap. They're all stupid. They all stink, and they all suck.
Coming from the party of tolerance, by the way.
Yeah, really. Well, do y'all have anything else y'all want to add?
Democrats for your massive amount of tolerance.
Yeah.
I'm loving that tolerance. Let's look
Beautiful.
the definition up of that in the dictionary, because I don't think they know what it means.
So, with that being said, do y'all have anything else y'all want to get to before we wrap this and put a nice little bow on this podcast?
Let's just make sure. Have we got Ron? Are you going to play pals with us?
Oh, matter of fact, as soon as this podcast is over, I'm gonna look into it.
All right. Sounds good. I'll make you a nice little bow and arrow. I'll make you a nice little axe and stuff to get you started, you know? That didn't look right. I was like...
that
right.
don't look like it. Don't look like, bro.
Yeah.
But
okay.
it seemed like the type of game I'd be. It sounds like an RPG.
It is
fuck with
kind of...
RPG, man.
It's like an RPG, but it's got third-person shooter mechanics. And, I mean, it's a lot of base building and survival, though. You got to eat. You got to get to warmth. You got to have shelter.
Yeah.
You got to craft your weapons. You don't just find weapons out in the field somewhere. You actually got to make them suckers, which is pretty cool. But
It's a way to level up.
It sounds almost like GTA.
not necessarily.
I mean, not like open world in the way the GTA is, but more like just the way the game, like just the RPG, the RPG style gameplay of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can draw some
GTA's not the best
comparisons.
comparison, but it's kind of like It sounds like Minecraft. That's kind of I fuck with Minecraft. So
Yeah, it has that. It definitely has a component of that. I don't know, like, okay, what I see when I look at this game, I kind of see, I see elements of Pokemon. I see elements of Breath of the Wild. I see elements of Fortnite. I see elements of what's that other Rust? Base building. Ark. It has a lot of Ark in it. Ark Survival. It's like they took these little parts of each of these games and just kind of made one big overall package, and it kind of meshed very well. And then they put the guise of, hey, it's Pokemon with guns, which is that's quite an intriguing pairing there. So definitely, and it worked out very much. I'm addicted, so.
I mean, I'm probably gonna get this game just to prove to y'all that I don't just fucking play racing games. Like I play other shit.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, what really? It's not. You're not buying. If you already have Game Pass, all you do is hit the download button. So what do you have to lose, really?
Microsoft for that wonderful thing.
Best value in gaming, son. Game Pass is the best value in gaming.
I'm looking to it,
I
man.
love my Game Pass. I love just scrolling through. What should I want to play? What do I want to? As if I don't already have enough back there. Wait, let me get my finger right. I can't. There, back there. But that's besides the point. Well, anything else, gentlemen?
I think we wrap up, man. I think it's over an hour. So.
Yep, we're at an hour and 2. All right, you guys, make sure you share us around, comment, do whatever you have to do. Thank you guys for listening to us ramble for an hour. So we appreciate you guys. Fat Zombie Entertainment, Buffet Hour, over and out.